Welcome to Study Loop.
In problem 12, we have data on the number of students that participated in blood drive in Greek organizations throughout the country. And the two categories of students, we have the students coming from fraternities and students coming from sororities. So we want to see whether they claim that there is no difference in the number of students participating from fraternities and sororities is correct. And we're going to be using the 0.10 level of significance. So the first step is to state the hypothesis. After that, we're going to state the critical value of Z, and then we rank the data. After ranking the data, we can work out the value of Z and finally make a decision to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. So the null hypothesis here is there is no difference in the number of students participating from the two groups, that is the fraternities and sororities. So there's no difference in the number of students. Is no difference in the number of students. And the alternative hypothesis is going to be that there is a difference in the number of students. There is a difference in the number of students. There is a difference in the number of students. Next, we state the critical value, and in this case, the critical value is based on the 0.10 level of significance, and it is plus or minus 1.65. Now, the data has been ranked as seen below. These are the ranks for the fraternities, and these are the ranks for the sororities. Next, we check N1. N1 is the sample size for the smaller of the two groups, and N1 is 10, which in this case is coming from the samples that are sororities. N2 is 12. That's for the fraternities. Next, we sum up the ranks for the sororities, and being the smaller sample of the two, and R equals 87.5. Next, we work out mu R, which is obtained by substituting the values of N1 and N2 into the equation, and that gives 115. We then work out sigma R by substituting N1 and N2 and solving, and it is 15.166. Now we're able to work out the value of Z, and we're going to substitute the values of R, mu R, and sigma R into the equation, and that will be 87.5 minus 115 divided by 15.166, and that gives us the answer negative 1.8133. So that's the number, the value of Z in this case. That's the value of Z in this. Now that we have the calculated value of Z and the critical value of Z, we can compare the two, and we can do so using the bell curve. So the critical value is at negative 1.65, and Therefore, this is the critical region. And the same thing can be done to the right. 1.65, then we shade the critical region. And in our case, we can see that the calculated value of R is to the left, which means that our calculated value of R is within the critical region, and in that case we have to make the decision to reject the null hypothesis. And since we're rejecting the null hypothesis, we make a conclusion that there is enough evidence to support the claim that there's a difference in the number of students in those two groups.